Everyone can hear me? So my name is Cassidy, like she said, and today I'll be going over non-medical cannabis online retail practices in 5 U.S. cities from 2022 to 2023. So as of June 6, 2024, 24 states and DC have fully legalized cannabis despite it remaining federally illegal. And cannabis marketing is a well-documented determinant of individual perceptions and use, making it an important factor to study. Given the rapid diversification of the cannabis market, it's also important to assess cannabis product availability and price, which also impact consumer behavior. Cannabis regulations differ across states, particularly those surrounding retail and marketing. For example, states have different restrictions on the types of products allowed, maximum purchase amounts, discounts, youth-oriented marketing, and the use of health claims. However, previous research also indicates some non-compliance, including some retailers often not checking ID before entry of a cannabis dispensary. Online retail is a critical component of the cannabis industry, and digital media is often used to promote businesses and products, facilitate online sales, and reach a broad range of consumers. However, relevant regulations for the online environment are often non-existent, vague, or difficult to enforce, increasing access, particularly among youth. Research has yet to examine changes in the online retail environment for cannabis over time, which is crucial to understand given that the industry continues to grow and evolve. And so this study that I'm presenting today is part of a larger parent study, which involves annual surveillance of cannabis retail websites from 2022 to 2025. And today I'll be going over results from the 2022 and 2023 waves. Surveillance focuses on 5 cities with the most established non-medical cannabis markets. So that included Denver, Colorado, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Los Angeles, California. So we focused on websites from storefronts of non-medical cannabis dispensaries in these 5 cities, and then we analyzed data from matched pairs of websites. So in 2022, there were 195 websites that we audited, and then in 2023, we audited 175. Graduate staff were trained to conduct these assessments, and preliminary coding and inter-rater reliability were assessed, and discrepancies were identified, discussed, and reconciled, and all websites were dual coded. We assessed a variety of things, including age verification for website entry and purchase, health warning content, and the use of various marketing strategies, to name a few. And by varied analyses, examined differences between cities and between time points. And since we don't have time to go over all of the results, I'll just be highlighting a few of the key findings today. So in 2023, 76.6% required age verification to enter the site, and 90.9% offered online sales, of which 82.4% required age verification for online purchase, and 39% required age verification for pickup or delivery. Delivery was available in 34.6%, and significant differences were observed for age verification for pickup or delivery, which was significantly lower in 2023 compared to 2022. From 2022 to 2023, the percent of retailers decreased that indicated medical card requirements for specific products from 27% to 15%, and restrictions on product amount purchased from 59% to 57%. There were also decreases in the percent of retailers indicating any health warnings from 39% to 30%, and almost all retailers sold flower, edibles, vapes, concentrates, topicals, tinctures, and cannabis beverages, while less than half sold CBD-only products. And there was a decrease in retailers selling Delta-8 products from 2022 to 2023. There was also a decrease in the percent of retailers indicating any health benefits from 60% in 2022 to 47% in 2023. There were similar proportions of retailers with content targeting youth or young adults, veterans, or LGBTQ across time points, but there were increases in the percent targeting racial or ethnic minorities from 5% in 2022 to 21% in 2023. Content emphasizing exclusivity or luxury and sexualized imagery also increased over time, and the percent of retailers offering discounts, samples, or promotions decreased from 92.6% to 86.3%. And from 2022 to 2023, there were similar proportions of websites engaged in activism for underrepresented groups or social causes or sponsoring local events, while the percent providing information or links to medical or mental health resources decreased from 25.7% to 3.4%. Now we'll go over some city-specific differences in 2023. So differences were observed in the percent of retailers in each city to offer online retail, which often reflected state or local law. There were also differences with regard to restrictions on product amount purchased, with Las Vegas having the highest at 67.6% and Los Angeles having the lowest at 21.6%. Also reflecting state or local law, there were large differences in the presence of any health warnings, with over half of the websites in Seattle having a warning, while under 10% had a warning in Portland or Las Vegas. Despite all states prohibiting youth-oriented content, all cities were observed to have content targeting youth or young adults, including 50% of the websites in Vegas. Additionally, despite only Colorado and Nevada allowing discounts or price promotions, this was observed across all cities. So consistent across time points, 1/4 lacked age verification for website entry, allowing youth to easily access cannabis-related content. And among those with online retail, 1/5 lacked age verification at point of purchase. This is concerning when compared to previous research indicating 10% of brick and mortar stores lack age verification. So findings indicate apparently easy access to cannabis products among youth. Findings also demonstrate the importance of integrated surveillance of both brick and mortar stores and their websites, given the differences we observed in marketing and age verification. And use of social media was high at both time points, which has implications regarding marketing, particularly related to youth, and limited regulations regarding marketing claims. The percent of websites showing health warnings decreased by 10%, specifically related to pregnant or postpartum women, demonstrating despite each state requiring specific warnings at point of sale. These findings are concerning as they reflect potential non-compliance and differences of regulations between in-person versus online cannabis retail. Given research indicating the potential consequences of cannabis use and the impact that health warnings have on perceptions and behavior, it is essential to increase these warnings in the online cannabis retail environment. And while the percent of retailers indicating health benefits did decrease over time, nearly half still posted these benefits in 2023. Again, these findings highlight the urgent need to implement and enforce more strict regulations for online cannabis retail. Across time points, 1/4 had imagery targeting youth or young adults. This is important because it may increase use tensions and subsequent use of negative consequences. And the percent targeting racial or ethnic minorities increased by 15%, which was mostly driven by Las Vegas. These findings highlight specialized marketing, which targets specific subpopulations which may already be at a high risk of engaging in cannabis use. And while there were small, significant decreases in the percent of retailers offering discounts, samples, or promotions over time, over 85% still had them in 2023. And this was most common in Denver and Las Vegas, which have no restrictions. Thus, pricing restrictions may be one important factor for future efforts to focus on in recreational cannabis states. So given that our sample was of online retailers in 5 states, findings are not generalizable to in-person retailers or other states, and other studies are needed to assess a broader range of things, including the potential impact on consumers. Overall, the study provides important information on online cannabis retail and marketing. Findings highlighted notable lapses in regulatory compliance, particularly in terms of accessibility and health warning signage. And there was also evidence targeting specific populations, including youth and certain races and ethnicities. There's a need for continued surveillance over time, more precise regulations, and increased enforcement. Thank you.